This algebra review video is going to go over the order of operations. So we're going to first start by talking about order of operations, and you've probably heard the acronym PEMDAS, and I would encourage you to use, instead of PEMDAS, GEMDAS, only because some of us get thrown off by the P only standing for parentheses when really it's all grouping symbols, not just parentheses. So grouping symbols, which could be brackets, parentheses, or even braces. Then we have exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. Now remember that with multiplication and division, as well as with addition and subtraction, you do them in order from left to right. So whatever comes first is what you do first. So let's go ahead and look at a couple of examples, keeping in mind GEMDAS, or the order of operations, as we go. The first example, notice we have a set of grouping symbols right here. We have parentheses, so we're going to do what's inside of those first. So I'm going to do 5 minus 1, which is 4. Next, going down my order of operations, I have multiplication right here, and that comes before addition. So not adding the 20 plus 3, but multiplying the 3 times 4. So I've got 20 plus 3 times 4 is 12. And finally, I'm going to add those, and I get 32. Over here, I have another set of grouping symbols, so that's where I'm going to start. 1 plus 8 is 9. Next, I have exponents, so I'm going to do that first. These, yes, I still have grouping symbols, or I still have parentheses, but there's nothing to do inside of them. And so these are just denoting that I'm multiplying the 9 by this value here. So I'll get to that when I come to multiplication. I'm going to do the exponents first. So 2 squared is 4. Now I have multiplication right here. I'm going to multiply, not add first. So 4 times 9 is 36, and 36 plus 3 is 39. Continuing on, I'm going to do what's inside my grouping symbols before I do my exponents. So 5 times 4 is 20, and 20 squared is 400. Grouping symbols first. 3 plus 5 is 8. Multiplication next. I have 16. 16 minus 9 is 7. Alright, so right here I have two sets of grouping symbols. I have brackets and I have parentheses. So I'm going to work my way from the inside out, which means that I'm going to start with the parentheses first. 1 plus 6 is 7. (13 minus 7 is 6, and 6 times 2 is 12. Over here, I have division first before I have addition. So 48 divided by 3 is 16. 16 plus 5, 21. I have two sets of grouping symbols. It doesn't really matter if I simplify both of them or one at a time. I'm going to go ahead and simplify both of them. 6 plus 4 gives me 10. 5 minus 3 gives me 2. And then I have 3 numbers to multiply. Multiplication, the commutative property of multiplication applies here, meaning it doesn't matter the order. I can move them around. So it doesn't matter if I do 3 times 10 first, 10 times 2 first, 3 times 2 first. Either way, I'm going to end up with 3 times 10 is 30. 30 times 2 is 60. The order that I multiply them does not matter. Here I have some grouping symbols. I'm going to do that first. 7 minus 4 is 3. optical difficulty here. Alright. I have 3 cubed, which is 27, and then 4 times 27 gives me 108, I believe. So 100 minus 108 gives me negative 8. I have some exponents and I have addition, so I'm going to do the exponents first. 1 squared, remember exponents are multiplying that number by itself however many times. So here is 1 raised to the second power, it's 1 times 1. Alright, I'm just going to write this out so that we know kind of what we're doing here. And with 1 squared, 1 times 1 is 1. 2 cubed, 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8. And then 3 cubed, 3 times 3 is 9, 9 times 3 is 27. When I add those together, I get 9 plus 27, so I get 36. And then this one, I've got a grouping symbol, so I'm going to do that first. 24 minus 6 gives me 18. And then 18 divided by 2 gives me 9. And those are some order of operations review problems. Hopefully that helps a little bit.